Okay, so like, you know how when you pour soda, and
Yeah.
it makes that sound.
Mm-hmm.
Do you prefer, or like, glug, 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 glug?
Oh, okay. Probably like it's like a mixture. I think like a little bit like glue glue glue, and then after goes shh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Was that your cold open?
Yeah.
Was that like the funny thing that you were gonna say?
Yeah.
So like riveting. Oh my god.
Good evening and welcome to Topic Change. Can I take your order?
Yes, you can.
What is your order?
This
good
episode.
Oh, wow, that was great. So welcome back again to Topic Change, episode 2/3. I guess 2.
Just 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Still going strong. I think it's really.
You didn't introduce yourself for the newcomers.
Oh yeah, because everybody's gonna start on episode 2. As always, I'm Red, and you are.
I'm Nicole.
Whoa, it's Nicole.
Whoa.
But yeah, I think things are going well. I'm really glad people are liking the podcast. We're nearly up to like 100 views per episode.
Really?
Yeah, it's
God.
it's up there. I'm really happy with it so far. Especially starting from 0, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when people usually start something like this, it's like they started something else.
And then,
for instance, like
yeah.
Egoraptor with Game Grumps. You know what I'm saying? Like, he started
Exactly.
with his little animations, and then he went to something new, and that kind of he grew an audience. He kind of started with like 100,000 people, whereas this is kind of just like, I'll send it to a friend, and he'll be like, "That's funny," or like, "I hate it," and he'll still move it along. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But I'm really glad that people are enjoying it. So why don't we get into our first topic on Topic Change?
Which is...
The VMAs just happened.
Yes.
The music television channel had their Video Music Awards. Is that correct?
It's
Okay.
Video Music Awards.
So I did not watch anything of it.
I watched the entire thing.
Okay, so give me the rundown. What was the hottest bits? What was like the biggest drama? What was the tea?
Okay. Well, I didn't really pay attention to it a lot. It was pretty boring, to be honest. Besides, like, the Panic at the Disco part. Let's see. So, spoiler alert. Ariana Grande won an award.
She killed it. Oh my
Killed it.
god.
She did a
She murdered
performance.
everybody. Okay.
I honestly,
That's
I don't
it?
remember any of it besides
Besides that.
Brendan's performance.
Okay. See, yeah, I think you're kind of... I don't know, maybe this is just a younger generation thing, but I've always hated watching award shows. Like, there's one or two where it's like, oh, best actor. It's like, oh, I hope, like, Tom Holland or, like Pete Wentz, whatever.
Wow!
I was trying to think of names on the spot. Let me try again. Like, when someone, like...
I hope Brad Pitt wins.
I hope Brad Pitt wins. Can we just, like, take... Can we
Yes.
record over the first part? Like, with, like, a very stock sound effect of us? So it's like,
Yeah.
man, I really hope Will Ferrell wins this year. It's going to be amazing. But, yeah, I don't know. I always found pretty much any award show, even, like, the kids' ones,
Yeah, the kids ones suck bad.
also suck. Like, there was one, like, in 2002,
Teen
I
Choice
think.
Awards.
The, like, Nickelodeon Choice Awards.
Yeah.
Where, like, all the
Like
contestants...
with the slimes and stuff.
Yeah, and they had to play, like, SpongeBob, like the SpongeBob Xbox game or whatever. And it was so fun
Wait, that
watching,
happened?
like, yeah, that happened. It was like,
I wasn't
oh, to
born
win your prize, you gotta beat this level in SpongeBob. And then, like, if they fail, they get slimed and they get
Wait,
their
that sounds
reward
amazing.
anyways.
Okay,
thought that
nowadays,
was fun.
they're not so great.
Nowadays, I don't think they've ever been. It's just kind of like,
Um,
the industry's like, here's how much money we have.
true.
Pretty much. And I don't know.
I don't think it's necessarily, because you said earlier, like, with the younger generation, it's more popular. I feel like a lot of older people like it too.
That's what I meant, I don't know if it's just because the younger generation doesn't like award shows.
Oh.
I don't know. I usually just kind of like, oh, well, everybody's watching the show, so I'll sit around and look at my phone or, like, eat chips or something, you know? Like,
Right.
I've never really been into it, and I don't know if that's just...
I feel like it's always been kind of, like, exciting to, like, get your, like, little, like, fancy snacks and, like...
Make a day out of it.
a day out of it, yeah. Sit around the TV,
I could see
like,
that.
just hang out with your family.
But that's the thing. It's fun to sit with the family, but, like...
And it's,
It's
fun.
like
It's,
the-
like,
the-
just fun to see your favorite actors win something. Or,
Duke
like,
it out in battle. They pull out their
Exactly.
weapons,
Like,
and they
like,
just kill each other.
It's fun to watch, like, oh, like, who will win? My insert favorite actor or insert least favorite actor.
Will Ferrell or Tommy Lee Jones. I don't know why I picked Tommy Lee Jones as my least favorite. I love that guy.
Like, you know, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like, I don't know. Good.
That's good. See, that's the thing. Because it's like, it's just like there's so much theatrics, I guess, and then like when they actually get the reward, I feel like they get shafted on like,
yeah.
It's like, oh, thank you guys so much. Okay, get out, get out.
That's more of a recent thing. That's like because
true.
they used to have really long speeches, and then they just.
I guess that was like a problem.
No,
they had too much runtime anymore. I guess, but then it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure people are enjoying them. I mean, they still are happening every year.
Exactly.
So speaking of awards, there are movie awards, and we said last week that we were going to see Slender Man.
And we haven't.
We have not seen Slender Man. Partly because we haven't had time, and also partly because they hardly are showing it. Like, there's hardly any showings at our theater, and we don't want to, like... It's Slender Man. We don't want to spend time going to a different theater to go see it at, like, a time that's proper for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So instead, we watched a movie from 2011 called We Need to Talk About Kevin.
It was amazing.
I hated that movie.
Okay, it was good.
The girl from Lord of the Rings, the elf girl, I don't remember her name. Tilda Swinton?
Yeah.
Tilda Swinton plays a mom who hates her son.
And
the son is Ezra Miller, who is the Flash, I think.
Yeah,
he's the Flash in the movies.
Yeah.
It was fine, but it was one of those shows. I have a problem with certain horror movies where it's like the ending is like, oh man, in the end, the main character was right all along, but nobody believed him, so now everybody's dead. Or like, oh, it turns out the main character really was just a nutso, and the whole movie was fake. It's like, why did I waste an hour and a half then? Why did I wait?
Why watch a movie in the first place?
Yeah,
if you're not gonna enjoy it. So.
It's like if you soured it for me.
No, I'm saying like, what's the most horror movies are like that? So what's the point in watching it if you're just gonna? Be like, I don't like this kind of horror movie.
Well, that type of horror movie though is what I'm saying.
True.
Because there are types of horror movies that are good, and I think the movie. Maybe it's just because certain movies try to take themselves a little too seriously, where it's like,
it's like,
ooh, it's a psychological thriller. Is it real? Is it really in your head? Also, you ever notice that like most of the times when it's like that person's crazy, it's a woman.
Yeah.
Isn't that a little bit?
Okay. Next topic.
That was awesome.
So
Anyways.
Okay, so I saw that we had a question about Get Out, which we completely
passed
over last time.
I will. Okay, so we're gonna kind of weave questions in this week instead of having a segment because I feel like there's a lot of questions. We have 15 questions versus the one we had last week, which I think is pretty good. So our first question that we're going to be starting with is, where is it? You mentioned no good scary movies. I'm not sure if you're only sticking to the classics or gimmick movies, but I heard Get Out was really good, and that was last year. That was sent in by Ram from last week. Thank you very much. And I agree. Get Out was fantastic.
It was my favorite movie.
And I think partly
favorite horror movie.
It was kind of like the gimmicky movies was kind of what I was talking about. Like those like ones that are, the guy, the Myth. You remember that? You know that Myth from Wisconsin?
Yeah.
He's in the Myth now. Or like Wish Upon. You remember Wish Upon?
Yes.
Where it was like the Chinese magic box.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, there's a lot of them where it's like the like monkey, you know what monkey's paw is, right?
No.
Basically a monkey's paw is like something it's a good thing that has a negative side effect. So let's say like, I wish for... Mostly it relates to wishes. I think that's what the monkey's paw was originally. It's like a thing you wish on, and then you get what you ask for in a negative way.
Mm-hmm.
So like, let's say I wish for $1 million. Okay, you got $1 million from the bank. It is now considered stolen money, and you can't do anything with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to word your things very carefully. And I guess that's what the Wish Upon movie was, sort of. I don't remember really. It was like... every time you make a wish, somebody dies. I think that's what it is. Somebody in your life dies. I think that's what it was.
It was just somebody dies.
Somebody in your life. So as long as you know them.
Yeah.
Like, I think the first wish.
It was like her
neighbor.
Yeah.
Then her dog dies, I think, and then like somebody else dies, and then she's finally like,
And then she.
I think the final wish is she kills it. She dies because that's what it is. Like the blood price must be paid or whatever. Yeah. So here's the thing. Don't make the seventh wish.
Once you realize people start dying, stop making wishes.
Or you could do like, how about this? I wish for all of my family members to be immune to all the wish problems that come from this box.
Then there wouldn't be a movie.
Sure, but that's funny. That's like some YouTube parody out there, I guarantee you.
Yeah. But Get Out was...
But yeah, let's go back to the real thing that we were talking about. Like, Get
I
Out
thought
is a
that
jam.
it was a really good movie.
It is fantastic.
We did see it at least 3 times in the theater.
Yeah, I don't know how we forgot to talk about this movie because it is seriously.
It was like the best movie of 2017.
I'd argue it actually it's probably better than most of the like old scary movies. I think it's up there for sure.
For sure.
I think it's great because it's like everything's kind of like it subtly leads you to like, oh, okay. First of all, something's messed up with his family. Second, you meet him. Second of all, it's like the tension, the build up, where it's like, oh, maybe he's just nervous because like it's a white family and like he doesn't know because they're like upper class and like they might think he's like, you know, might be some kind of racist thing. It could just be
like through
maybe he's just imagining it.
How he sees it, we're seeing it that way.
Yeah, but then it gets to the point where it's like, okay, he's not crazy. It's just
they're weird.
They're insane.
Yeah.
And I love the way it progresses. I think it's fantastic.
Because you feel the same way he does throughout the entire movie.
Yeah, it's like, are these guys insane or are we just imagining it? Are they just kind of like weird little like that's just kind of how they are.
Like, and the plot twist with the... Oh my god.
That was kind of awesome.
It was.
There's no way to know.
There's no way to know, yeah.
But like, that was good. I don't know. It was good.
It was good.
If there's any movie that has been out in the last decade that you need to see, it's Get Out.
For sure.
Get Out is 100% like, if you don't see it, you miss out. But I think we should move on to something that we haven't talked about in the last 2 episodes because I feel like these last 3 episodes have been like... Resident Evil, Metal Gear Solid for a second, horror movies for a long time, and then music also. So what is our next thing? Because I feel like people are going to be like, this again?
This again, yeah. A topic change.
Topic change, more like Resident Evil change.
More like the same 3 topics over and over again change.
Actually, before we move on, speaking of, I do have a video coming out probably in the next couple of days related to Resident Evil again. I was working on it before the first episode came out. So look out for that.
Keep your eyes open.
Keep your eyes open for some sick, bad content.
Don't sleep.
Don't sleep. Oh, that's another movie. Can we just talk about horror movies some more?
No.
Okay.
Why? What did you have?
No, I just want to. Okay. I want to make fun of horror movies.
But... There was another question.
You want? Okay. Well, we could do. I think this episode will probably be focused a lot on questions because we do have a lot. I don't want to. We're probably not gonna get to all of them, but I think it's a good way to keep ourselves in a mindset that kind of keeps us going forward. Because unlike last week, we don't have any topics written down.
Yeah.
We're just kind of going off the cuff, which is fun. I like doing that. Should we go to another one?
Yeah. I saw a question about DC, which again is another like comic related topic, but.
Well, I think that's it's different enough. So the question was, hold on, let me pull it up. I know you guys talked about Marvel last week, and I am curious to know what your thoughts are on DC, specifically the Shazam trailer and especially Titans and how edgy and cringy it looks. Thanks in advance. That was by Scream Egg. Also friend of the show on Discord.
Thank you, Scream Egg.
Thank you, Scream Egg.
I like your
username.
Good boy. Good boy.
I feel like DC's in a bad place, but they're trying. They're definitely trying to catch up, I feel like.
Okay, I'll Shazam?
Shazam?
Cut that out.
Nope.
Please,
I'm keeping that one in for sure. Shazam.
Okay. The trailer looked good.
I like it. See, the thing is, I feel like that was the first, like, okay, this is a superhero movie in a long time from DC. And I know it's another origin movie, and I feel like we're getting way too many of those. Where it's like, I would like a movie that is not, oh, this is how this hero became a hero. It's like, I would like one that just starts us off.
In the middle.
He's already done. Like, give me one flashback. He got bit by a chimpanzee or something. A chimpanzee man, our favorite hero. Just give me.
Well, like if you just watch Spider-Man 3, you're fine.
But you get what I mean, though. Like there's a. If you started me with like Spider-Man 2 being the first one, and then you get 3 and 4 instead of 1, 2, and 3. You know what I'm saying? Like skip the origin that we've seen so many times, and give me something.
But it was a good movie.
Okay, this one, Spider-Man did not get an origin movie. His origin was baked into a different movie. It was just like, oh hey, I know this guy. He's a little kid. He's been doing hero stuff.
That's true.
Because we've seen him become Spider-Man 2 times already.
Yeah.
We don't need a third time. We already know how he does it. We know he fights the Green Goblin. We know he kills his best friend on accident.
Stay on topic. We're not talking about Marvel right now.
Sorry.
I was gonna start talking about Venom.
Venom.
But
Venom.
okay.
Okay, let's get back to it. I think Shazam is like the only good thing that they showed, because there was, I think, a Comic-Con happened recently.
Yeah.
Or a couple months ago, and they showed a bunch of trailers there. I don't remember. I think it was in July, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I
almost said it was back in August.
Yeah, back in August that we're in right now. I mean, it's almost over, to be fair.
Titans looked pretty stupid.
Titans looks dumb.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, I mean, there are series, like the animated series and stuff, where Robin is kind of like that, where he's like, he hates Batman.
Yeah, but it's like, ooh, edgy Robin. Like,
it's like, that's kind of like,
stupid.
Like they're trying to advertise that, where it's like, ooh, Robin's like a bad boy. It's like, so? Like, that's kind of his thing in a lot of the, like, alternate universes. Like, whenever he's the only one, whenever he doesn't die, he usually hates Batman, like, 5 minutes later.
Uh-huh.
Because Batman sucks as a human being. Like, he really is a bad person.
Okay, true. I feel like the only really good thing about DC is
Justice League?
Yeah.
Kinda, but I mean, even the movies, I mean, if you're kind of into comic books, then sure. But I'm sure there's, like, hidden gems we just don't know about.
Of course.
But I think even in the movies, I think Justice League is one of the worst.
Like, good thing in the movies, like, movie world, good thing as in, like,
Yeah.
Compared to the rest of DC.
See, that's the thing, though. I think, honestly, this is going to sound nuts. I like the Green Lantern movie more than I like the Justice League movie.
Really?
Yeah, I just did not like the movie because it just felt like
Okay, you know what? I didn't like it either.
But just compared to everything else we have, like Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad, accurate, because my squad wanted to commit suicide afterwards.
Okay.
Bro.
I cringed.
Yeah, I know. I was going for that, so I'm really happy.
Okay.
Let's just cut that out.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you get to cut out your cringy parts. Huh?
Okay, fine. I'm keeping it in.
You idiot.
Shut up. What were we even talking about?
DC.
Oh yeah.
I only really like a few characters, like Batman, Superman, Flash.
I feel like Batman and Superman have had no good movies recently. Like Dark Knight was the last good one, I think.
Yeah.
With Heath Ledger that was like 2006, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, still good movie.
Yeah, I mean.
Lately, DC's not doing too good.
Ball. I think here's the thing. I think early 2000s was DC's time to shine. Mm-hmm. They really knocked it out of the park then. But then when it was like 2008, it was like, all right, guys, we got Iron Man now. You guys ready? And then Marvel just threw like a bomb at us, and we did not catch it. We got Thanos snapped.
Yeah.
All the way back in 2008.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we just got deleted. With good content.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's only been one bad movie. I mean, they're all, even if they're not good, they're still like, oh, it's a movie. It's fun. It's a fun little show. The only one that I don't think was good was Incredible Hulk, and that was just because it wasn't even. I don't even think it was Marvel. Was it Marvel? I mean, it was a Marvel character, but it wasn't like made by Marvel Studios, was it?
I think it was. You have to Google it.
I'll Google it. Welcome to Google Change.
I think it was. Yeah, it was bad.
I don't think it was made by. Who makes all the? Let me see. I don't know. 2008. It was made by. It was produced by Marvel, and distributed by Universal. Universal doesn't make the other movies.
Mm-mm. Well, why it sucked.
That's why it sucked.
Yeah, and plus it wasn't Mark Ruffalo.
That's very true. It was the guy from.
I think actually.
Was it Fight Club? The guy from Fight Club was Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, I think so.
He was okay.
See, like.
But that was kind of like that was like the last bad movie they had.
The Mark Ruffalo version of the Hulk does not have an origin movie.
That's true, and I think he's all the better for it. Well, technically, actually, in the movies, they gotta just pretend that he's the same character.
Yeah.
So technically, he does have an origin.
Technically, movie.
But not really.
Yeah.
Like, come on now. Should we move on to another question?
Yeah.
Okay. Next question is, No Man's Sky. It was definitely trash before now, but I'd say it's come a long way. If anything, what do you think? Hello Games did at least have the nerve to show their face and keep trying to give us the game we wanted. That was also by Ram.
Hi, Ram.
Hi, Ram. Have you heard of No Man's Sky?
I don't know. Actually.
Okay, No Man's Sky is an interesting game.
Okay.
Because it started out as an indie game. It came out, I think, about 4 years after it was like announced. Because it was announced, I think, very small, and it was kind of like, oh, it's a little world, like you go in space, whatever.
Okay.
But then I think PlayStation picked it up and they showed it at E3 a year later, and everybody freaked out because like, oh, this indie game, this small little game, got picked up by a huge studio, so it's gonna be great now because it looked fine before, it looked like decent before. Now it's gonna be amazing, and the trailer they showed was like out of this world. Like this is too good to be true.
And
3 years later, come to find out, it was too good to be true. Like the game was just like poorly made, badly coded, like stuff that they showed in the trailers just wasn't in the game, period. Stuff that the developers said was in the game wasn't in the game.
Really?
There was no multiplayer,
Wow.
even though they said like that was a major thing. Like one of the things he said is like, yes, there's multiplayer, but you're probably not gonna find each other. The first day, 2 people live streaming landed on the same exact planet and they walked to the same exact spot and there was nobody there.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, so people kind of figured out pretty quick that it was like a lot of lies.
Fake. Yeah.
There's supposed to be like ship battles in space, like like an armada comes in, you could either choose to help them or help the planet that they're attacking. None of that was in the game. Occasionally you'll find like one like mining robot that tries to attack you, but that's about it.
Wow.
So it was like the base building was broken, enemies were broken. It was just a mess. And then about a couple months ago, maybe a month ago, they released a big update that kind of fixed a lot of stuff. Like, there's actual gameplay now. There's actual multiplayer. The quests work. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of like redeemed themselves a little bit, but it's like there's never really been a game like this where it's like it came out. Basically, it came out as if nobody worked on it. It's just like a pile of junk on the floor. Then he came back and they were like, okay, let's fix it.
Sounds interesting.
Okay. Well, do you have any opinion?
I don't
From
really
somebody-
have anything to go off of besides your explanation.
Yeah, well, I mean, from somebody who has, I followed it pretty much the whole way through, and I was kind of upset by it. But I'm curious, somebody who barely knows anything about it, what do you think about like the way they handled the situation? Because pretty much right after the game came out, their Twitter went dark.
Really?
Yeah. Like nobody responded to any tweets. None of the developers of the game.
Wow.
No, not the main account. Pretty much, they just went silent until the update came out, and then they started talking.
Interesting.
That was about a year worth of silence.
I think that they handled it very poorly. Honestly, that sounds pretty awful. And they should have done something about it.
They should have done something about a year before. They should have fixed it before it came out.
Before it came out, yeah.
The version that we got today
that should
have been what we got a year ago.
Exactly.
I mean, I never. See, the thing is, I only really watched the game from like an outsider's perspective. I didn't buy it because I wasn't interested in it. It didn't seem like the kind of game I was into at the time, and it's probably a good thing I didn't like pre-order because that would have been $60. $60 instantly down the drain.
Yeah.
They
should have, finished the game before they released it, and
they should have made a finish. I guess I think
when
part
they
of
did
the problem
update-
was they probably had a time, like a deadline.
right.
Like Sony said, you gotta get this out by this time, and if you don't, we're gonna kill you. We're gonna kill your families.
I would have released the game too.
Yeah,
But
I
if
mean,
they said like
we're gonna
release the game or I'm
charge
gonna
you
kill
money
you,
or something.
then I would have.
I don't know. I mean,
you know,
yeah, I would
not
cook to
release
death.
it,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
But no, I think what they did sucks.
Okay. Let's see. You want to do another question, or should we try to move on to a different topic of our own accord?
It depends on the question you pick.
Okay. Okay. Next question. I cannot tell if you actually like Markiplier or not.
We do.
Here's the thing. I like him as a person. I think he's cool. Whatever.
Yeah.
Like he has a lot of cool stuff.
As a
human
YouTuber-
being, I think he's cool.
Yeah.
As a YouTuber, I feel it. God, I hate that word. YouTuber.
YouTuber is a slur.
That YouTuber is a sin. If you say that word, you are dead.
But
to
like,
me.
what else can you say?
Guy on YouTube, content creator, filmmaker, gamer is even better. I lied. Gamer is a slur also.
As a human being, Markiplier is great. And
As a content creator
I
on
love him,
YouTube,
he's
I
great.
feel like he tries a little too hard. But the thing is, his
is-
audience is kids
It's children.
who
yeah.
listen to bad words. That's the thing. He's doing it for the kids because he knows that a lot of kids watch him,
Of course.
and he knows that's his biggest demographic. And there's nothing wrong with that. Obviously, it's not my.
You're not a kid.
I'm not a kid anymore. When I was younger, I used to love him.
I used to.
Which is weird to
watch
think
a lot
about
of
because this
Markiplier.
guy's probably like 40 years old now. gotta be old.
He's like 20, I think. He's like
He
29.
can't be 20.
He's not that old.
Markiplier age.
He's like
Give me
29.
5
29.
seconds. 29. Oh my God.
What did
What
I
is
say?
this
I'm
man?
a
Did he
true
start?
stan. I'm a
Did
true
he start
stan.
doing YouTube when I was like
Yes,
3?
actually.
I don't know.
Okay.
Anyways, I can't. I don't know. He must have started when he was young then. Because,
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
was
I
like
Probably 17.
17, yeah. He was
Because he looked
young.
baby-sized when he started.
But when I was younger, I did watch Markiplier, and
You know who I used to watch when I was younger? PewDiePie.
Ew, you did?
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds okay. As a human being, I like PewDiePie.
As a human being, you know what's weird? That people hate PewDiePie.
They do.
Like, they hate him a lot. Like, people
Well, because he's like, quote, racist.
I don't think he is, though.
He's not.
I don't think he is. Because, well, maybe it's just... I don't follow him very much. Whenever a controversy happens, I'll look into it. Which, for some reason, a lot of controversies happen around this guy. But it's like, well, what did he ever do? Like, okay, he made, like, a Nazi joke, I think. But it's like, it was a joke, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
that's the... I'm of the opinion... And I keep saying this. I'm of the opinion. That's my word, I think.
your new word.
My new word of the podcast... Like, my podcast word is I'm of the opinion.
I'm of the opinion.
I'm of the opinion that this podcast sucks.
Oh, wow. You don't need to yell.
I'm of the opinion that making fun of something bad takes away its power. It's like, if you think it's funny, then it's not as evil anymore. It's like...
Like iDubbbz.
Yeah, that's kind of another thing. iDubbbz is also somebody who kind of just makes fun of everything. It's like, all of it's okay to make fun of. And I know a lot of people will think that's wrong. And like, I mean, as long as you're not making fun of somebody intentionally to hurt them,
then it's fine.
then it's fine. I mean, to an extent. Like, if you're
Of
making fun
course.
of Hitler, sure, hurt his
Yeah,
feelings,
go for it.
dude. Hurt his
Go
feelings,
off.
dude. Go off.
Spill the tea. Drop the shade.
Drop the shade. Snap him like Thanos. Bro. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like people they're very harsh on people who, and I know there are people who just pretend like, oh, it's satire. Oh, I'm just making fun of people to, make jokes. But really they're trying to be hurtful. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's different. Like Leafy is here.
I was just about to say that. Oh my God.
The villain of YouTube from 4 years ago.
Yeah.
He just, he bullied kids basically.
But
He
yeah,
bullied
here's
YouTube
the
kids.
thing. I used to watch his content and love it. But
I thought it was funny,
after
but like,
iDubbbz, you realize that he's not a good person.
no, I mean,
It was funny until iDubbbz made us realize that he was a bad guy.
that's the thing though. I don't even know. I feel like we kind of maybe it was just me, but I feel like we both kind of started dropping off a little bit before.
I did, yeah.
Because I think he started out a little less
A little
venomous.
Less, yeah.
Like, he got more toxic as time went on, and I think that's one of the main things that killed him. I think was he got a little too. He rode the killer, murderous, bully. I'm gonna kill you, loser.
Because he thought it was funny.
He thought it was funny, or at least people thought it was funny.
Yeah.
The thing is, he went on podcasts before and he did interviews and stuff, and it's like his demeanor is totally different. So that's not the kind of guy he is. He's
exactly.
He's doing it for the money.
Is he still on YouTube?
He is, but he hasn't made a video in a year, 2 years, I think. Next question.
Sure.
You mentioned Cowboy Bebop is one of the only good anime dubs. Why do you hate or dislike anime dubs? That was also sent in by Ram. I don't think I hate anime dubs. I think there's a lot of them that suck though.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a point where it's like, well, do I want to look at the bottom of the screen and just read text, or do I want to watch the show?
Well.
Because that's what the dub versus subtitle debate that boils down to me.
I think I like dubs better, honestly, but
most of the time dubs are fine. They're good.
If I knew Japanese,
if I'm learning Japanese, if I knew it, then
I would watch it.
Yeah, I'd go back and watch Dragon Ball in Japanese if I knew it. Of course.
But I don't hate dubs.
I don't think there's any problem with dubs.
Yeah,
But the thing is, I don't really watch that much.
I don't watch that much anime.
I don't think we watch enough to really have an opinion either way.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I watch whatever's big. I watched Attack on Titan when it came out, and I didn't watch season 2.
A few episodes.
I watched the first half of Attack on Titan season 1.
Yeah.
Then it was whatever the big twist was, and then I stopped watching because it was boring.
Yeah, we don't watch enough anime to have an opinion, so.
Yep. Okay.
Next question.
If you could have your nonsensical dream Smash Brothers roster, who would be on it? That's also by Ram. Most of these questions are from Ram. If I had my dream roster for Smash, Goku. That would just because everybody wants Goku.
Of course.
That's fun. Waluigi.
Oh yes, instant.
Shrek? No, not Shrek.
No.
Shrek's too powerful. Thanos, dude, the Fortnite main character.
But he wouldn't be able to have the Infinity Gauntlet.
No, that's his final smash.
Yes.
His final smash is he snaps.
He gets the final stone.
He snaps his finger, and like the other character dies if you're in a 1-on-1, or like half the enemies die. Just off
I think that's like really overpowered though.
Well, I mean, most Final Smashes just kill.
That's true.
Like 90% of them just kill. The ones that don't are pass.
I think okay. It should be like a randomized, like either half or like
or
one
maybe
person
it like
or
it like has little arrows like
yes,
and
and
whenever you
like,
stop it, it kills him.
Yeah, it kills whoever
cool.
it's like over. Okay, so Thanos, Waluigi, obviously. Goku.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Sans.
No, that's like the
that's
hell
like
version.
that's the bad ending. Yeah.
I
agree.
Let's see.
There's a lot of them that I could say I want, but then I would never play them.
Play them, yeah.
Somebody from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure would be cool.
That would be cool.
Like just like all their moves are like 10 hours long because they have to scream out the name first.
I can't think of anybody.
Well, that's the thing. I think there's a lot of characters that are on there
I
already wanted.
Yeah.
Like Snake was one that I
Snake,
really wanted.
yeah.
Raiden.
And just like
I would
not,
like Raiden.
not including the
Not including the main roster, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Raiden for sure.
Raiden 100%.
Sans.
Stop. You can't do.
I know.
Mom and Dad don't know Undertale memes. We can't say.
Whoops.
They won't listen to the podcast.
Whoopsie.
Our only 2 viewers who listen to it 80 times in a row.
Well, then they wouldn't listen to the rest of the podcast because they don't know YouTube drama.
That's
okay.
true. Oh God, this is like a don't let your
like
mom and dad watch this one. It's too hip and
Ew.
new.
Well, I was gonna say a character and you messed me up. Okay, Fortnite characters.
I said Fortnite, dude.
Did
The
you?
Fortnite main character, yeah.
Well, who's the
Fortnite dance guy. Who goes.
Oh, I know one. Howard the Alien.
Howard the Alien. Dami Tukus. How did I not think of Dami? Markiplier.
Yes, Jacksepticeye.
I don't know about that. He would be low tier, I think. Because his attacks would damage himself too.
PewDiePie for sure.
Donkey, video game Donkey.
Oh yeah. iDubbbz.
I think he would be in Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah.
Dark Souls guy.
Oh yeah, the godly knight. What's his name?
Solaire.
Yeah, I love. Shut up. I used to love that guy.
He was cool. But yeah, I think the thing is, if you added too many people into the Smash roster, I think it would just start getting kind of boring.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like you have so many options. Like they're at 67 characters, I think. That's already like way too many.
No, that's not
for my brain to like. Who am I gonna play?
Like, okay, you automatically don't play like a certain amount of characters.
I don't play Ness.
I
don't play Pikachu.
Yeah. But I mean, other people do. So.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like for me personally, I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I don't play Ness. He doesn't seem fun. I don't like Earthbound.
Yeah.
You could. Okay, I know a lot of people like Earthbound. If you're listening to this and you like Earthbound, fight me. That's all I gotta say. I don't play Pikachu because I don't think he's very fun.
Pokemon Trainer.
Pokemon Trainer could be fun.
I played Pokemon Trainer once.
Yeah. Like I'll play. Okay, like the big guys. I love playing Ganondorf. I love playing Bowser.
Okay.
Link is a blast.
You know who
but he's not a big guy.
Like probably nobody plays. It's like they're me characters.
Who? Yeah, nobody plays the me. Oh, I mean, the thing is, anybody who played the me, you can't play them online.
Exactly.
And you can't play them in tournaments.
So
nobody played them unless you're playing it at home.
But yeah.
That's pretty much it. I think we don't. I think a lot of these questions are kind of things we don't have a lot of
things to talk about.
They're gonna be short answers, I think. And
yeah.
That's probably a good thing because.
Do you want to do like a quick question round?
Quick question round. We could just like whoop 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 whoop.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I gave you $50, would you physically mail me a steak cut in the shape of a GIF of a shirt eating a steak, wearing a shirt of you eating a steak while you're eating a steak?
Yes.
Okay. That would require some doing, but.
Real answer.
Real answer.
I would, instead of doing that because that's really hard, I would give you a shirt, that plays a GIF of a steak being eaten by Red.
Yeah, that sounds. Yeah. Or you could draw a picture.
I would give you like an animation of it.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. Yeah, that there you go.
I would put the time in to give you an animation. Like I would draw it and give it to you.
Okay. That looks like it's about pretty much every question that I think we have knowledge or interest in answering, because a couple of them are a little bit like they would probably be short answers or non-answers. Okay. So. Thank you for all your questions. That was a very fun, kind of like lightning half-hour round of question answering and such. So thank you guys for... What happened?
Nothing.
Okay. Thank you guys for sending in questions, and don't forget to send in questions next week. We love questions. It's so much fun to answer them. I think it's a blast.
It's really great, and we really love questions.
It's fun. Okay, part 2 of the podcast. Are you ready?
Uh-huh. So a new trend going on is the, like, weird hand thingy challenge. Like, where you, like, flip, like, you have, like, your, like, the okay sign, and then, like, you put it on your eye.
And you flip it over?
And you flip it over or something.
So you go like this?
No.
This is a great, this is great visual.
This is something, yeah.
So you go like
this, and then you go
you
like this.
Oh my.
Yeah,
like
I can do
this?
it, he can't.
I don't get, whatever.
But it seems really weird, and I don't know why it's, like, so popular for no reason.
Well, I think all the biggest trends are always just kind of come out of nowhere. And I think
they're stupid, yeah, and that's the point of it.
I guess it's kind of, yeah, it's the point. I think a lot of trends kind of just, they do come out of nowhere. And I think those are the funnest ones because there's never, like, a build up to
it.
Like the planking thing from, like, 2010.
Okay. See, that was, like, stupid when it was happening, but now it's, like...
It's kind of fun.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's just like a meme, like a weird meme now.
Yeah, or like the ice bucket challenge. I think that was kind of silly.
It was for a good cause though.
Or stuff like what was that one that came out? It was like the Running Man challenge or whatever. Or it was like at night.
I love that. And like with the dogs and stuff.
Yeah, I think that was the one. That one was all over Vine. There's a couple of them that were like Vine only trend. Yeah, rest in peace Vine. Vine was a classic.
Absolutely.
I think we should talk about Vine, and its rise and fall.
Yeah.
I think it's very sad that Vine died because it was probably one of the best.
But see,
because go ahead.
Before it died, nobody was using it. Nobody appreciated it anymore until it died. You don't know what you have until you lost it.
That's true, but that's the thing. If it hadn't died and it kept growing, I think it would have.
It would have came back.
The thing that helped it and hurt it the most was its 6-second limit. If they were able to, because after a while you run out of ideas.
Mm-hmm.
If you're one of those big content creators,
you go to YouTube.
If you're a Viner.
Yeah.
You're going to move to YouTube eventually or Instagram. Most of the time when people run out of ideas, they'll just move on to the next thing because Vine is more like step 1. It was like, okay, I'm going to start here. Then you move on.
Yeah.
The best place for a content creator like that to start would have been on Vine. Like those kind of like skits and
like
vlog kind of channels, they start on Vine.
Yeah.
They move to YouTube or Instagram. That's
of course. It. And then, but the people who weren't like content creators, the people
they just
who
kind
just
of
like
lost
made
fun.
Yeah.
Because they were never planning on moving ahead. Or if they did, they would still make videos on Vine.
Exactly. And
they lost out on a fun little platform. But like the big names like Jake Paul.
Ew.
King Batch.
King Batch is actually really famous now.
Yeah,
he's in a lot of movies. Mm-hmm. And like, congrats, dude.
Yeah, I feel good for him. I feel like he really deserves it. Because there's a couple of people on there who was like Jake Paul or Logan Paul. Where I felt like they're dumb. It's like... They don't deserve to get famous off this. It's stupid. I don't think
anybody doesn't deserve. Well,
I think Logan Paul is out of anyone.
Out of anyone in the world.
Mr. Shocks rats and then goes into Suicide Forest and finds a fake dead body.
Yeah.
And then pretends it's real.
True. Okay. Yeah. Pretend I didn't say that. I was just trying to because people are weird, so they're gonna be like, you idiot, you saying bad things about people. Like you can't say that. So I'm trying to defend you already before anything happens.
I think it's. When people who do, you could kind of tell like the way they kind of respond to fame. Mm-hmm. If there's humbleness and there's not I don't know, because there's nothing wrong with trying to make money off of something, right? Because that's kind of important, is making money to live, right? But I don't know. It's just you could kind of tell the kind of person like they're fueled by something that ain't
good,
like a good thing. Like King Batch, I think he was a cool dude, and that's why he's doing good for himself. Whereas Logan Paul and Jake Paul, they live off of drama.
Yeah, and that's why they're still YouTubers.
That's why they're still on YouTube instead of in movies. I don't know I've never watched anything King Batch is in. I'm sure it's good.
Well, he was in... There was something I watched recently that he was in.
He was in a TV show for a little while, too.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was called. I'm sorry. This is a bad topic. Should we change?
What was it that he was in? He was in a movie called When We First Met.
Okay.
He was in it for a very tiny bit, but he was good in it.
It's still a...
He's a good actor.
Yeah, he's a good actor. I mean, what else can you... You just gotta hope that you make it good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how do we move on from Vine? We already did YouTube, so we can go back to YouTube.
We can't? Okay.
I think we spent too much time on YouTube.
Yeah, definitely. Next topic.
So speaking of kind of like trends and fads and stuff, I know we have kind of talked mostly about like YouTube and stuff like that in this episode, and I think one of the other kind of fads that I feel like video games will have fads. You know what I'm saying? Like for a couple years they'll do like cover based shooting games, or like for a couple years they'll do puzzle based games or horror games. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Like that'll be the big thing. Like, oh, like horror games are in right now, so let's make a bunch of horror games. They're like poorly designed or whatever. And right now the big
I almost died.
what was I even saying? I don't even remember. You freaked me out just now.
You're
Oh yeah,
talking about
trends in
games.
games. Right now the trend currently is battle royale, and we talked about Fortnite in the first episode. And we like made fun of it. I really want to talk about it though.
Okay.
Battle royale games, if you aren't like super 100% aware of what they are, is basically just like there's a huge map. They drop a certain amount of people into it, like 20, 40, 100 players in one map into random spots, or they like let you fall out of a plane and like parachute to a certain spot if you want. And then there's items or maybe like weapons, building. Some games have building materials like Fortnite, or they'll have like a food resource system like some of the older ones were like DayZ, where it's like zombie based kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think those kind of games are any good? Because I feel like they're kind of just riding the wave, a lot of them. Like, as stupid as it sounds after we made fun of it for like 20 minutes, I think Fortnite is a good game. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
It's like those kind of games, I don't know, because...
I mean, I've only ever, like, watched you play it, or, like, played it once. But,
Or watch somebody on YouTube play it for like 5 seconds.
yeah, but, I mean, it does look fun, and I do want to play it, but I just never have the time for it.
I think the problem is a lot of the time is... For those kind of games where it's just kind of like whoever jumps off and starts fighting.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of there's a little bit of a barrier to entry where it's like you can't just I'm gonna jump down, play for 5 minutes, and kind of have some fun, because everybody else who's playing, if you survive past like the 2-second mark, they're gonna be good players, and then you are new and you don't get to have fun or learn to play the game because that guy just killed you with his like weird gun you've never seen before,
Right.
and then you just I mean I guess that's kind of a thing that you might run into in any multiplayer game though.
Exactly.
It's just like a barrier to entry.
Okay, I have a question.
Go ahead.
You're more into Fortnite than I am, and I want to know your opinion on Fortnite versus PUBG.
Fortnite versus PUBG. Okay. Well, I have played both of them, and I think that it's just I think it comes down to preference. Personally, I think PUBG, also known as PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, the guy who made it is named PlayerUnknown, I guess, and he made a bunch of other battle royale games before this. I think it's poorly made. It's unrefined. It's very much like it feels like a beta test kind of situation.
Uh-huh.
And on top of that, I feel like once you kind of figure out like what you're doing, because I feel like the controls are a little complicated. I think PUBG is less refined. It is for an audience that is into like that really intense like shooter, like
Right.
I have to get like down to the last pixel to hit you kind of shooting game. And I don't like those. I feel like it's too involved. It's like if I'm gonna be shooting this intensely, why don't I just go play paintball or go shoot a
Right.
real gun?
Well, some
Like-
people can't.
Huh?
I don't know. Trying to make it more relatable.
I don't know what you're talking
Just
about.
delete that.
Okay. No, I'm keeping that in.
No, please.
No, I have to keep it in. Are you kidding me?
Okay. I also kind of want to talk about Halo. I don't know if we've talked about it yet. I don't
No,
know if
we
we
never
have.
talked about Halo. I think Halo's a blast.
Halo is one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
Like favorite franchises.
I think it's up there for me as well. I at least the first three, because I stopped playing after Halo Reach, I think it was.
Yeah, me too. So
So it was 1, 2, 3, ODST, and then Reach. And
I didn't
then,
like ODST.
I thought ODST was fun because it was a different kind of game.
Right.
You weren't like a big monster killer
It was
guy.
completely different.
You were just like a little grunt.
I
And it was
don't like.
You don't like playing as a grunt?
I
Like a little like
okay.
foot soldier? Is that what the problem is?
Wait. Okay. Okay. I might be getting. Okay. ODST and. Okay, that's the one where like you like.
You're playing as like a soldier. Not you're not Master Chief, you're a soldier.
No. Okay. I think.
You're thinking of Halo Wars?
Halo Wars. Yes.
Halo Wars.
ODST
okay.
was good. I don't like Halo Wars.
Okay, Halo Wars was dumb. It's a different genre of game though. It's not a
Yeah.
shooter, it's a RTS.
Right. Which I don't like those kind of games.
Yeah, they're hard to get into is the thing. Because it's more
And I
like
used to play it a lot, and I hated it.
because it was the easiest one to learn. And I just like playing it. I like seeing the little ghosts going
Yeah.
and kill the guy.
Um.
But I think
Halo's
Halo should have ended a long time ago. Should have been done with.
Yeah.
I think that they announced a new one called Halo Infinity.
Which I'm excited for.
If you have to name your game Halo Infinity, how many did you make?
Right.
You know?
Okay.
When you run out of numbers?
I'm excited for it, I think, mostly based on nostalgia.
Yeah, but I mean, why weren't you excited about the rest of them, though? Halo 4, 5, 6. There's literally 6 Halo
because
games.
Because it was, like...
Too fresh,
yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Because, like, when those were coming out, you know, we were still...
We're just doing whatever. It was still fresh enough that we just didn't care.
And now it's, like, older games, so it's like, oh, like, you know.
I mean, we haven't seen any gameplay is the only thing.
Right.
We've only seen one trailer where Master Chief's helmet is off and it's in his hand.
Which is exciting.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Have you ever seen that before?
I remember when I was younger.
I knew you were going to talk about this. I wanted to start it, but go ahead.
And
I was going to start
when I was younger, I went on YouTube and I saw a video that was like Halo 3 Master Chief with no mask on. Or
this
whatever.
Is pretty good.
And I opened the video and I was like, ooh, I went to Bungie's headquarters and I got some secret footage or whatever. And I was like, oh man, this is so cool. Like, is he going to show like really like behind the scenes stuff? The game's not even like out yet and he's going to show us like footage and stuff? Like, that's so cool. And he's like...
Keep in mind, this is like 2006?
This is like 2006? Okay, I gotta fact check. It might be younger than that. Halo 3. Came out 2007. So yeah, 2006 is probably right actually. Okay, so 2006. There's 2006 early YouTube. I don't even have a YouTube account.
Yeah,
I'm just like whatever, like Googling like Halo 3, whatever. Mm-hmm. And like 30 videos down. I'm like deep in my like YouTube like binge, okay? It was like in the afternoon. I was like, man, like this is like so cool. What is he gonna show us? And then like cuts to a different picture of inside Bungie, and it's like the text shows up, and it's like, you gotta make sure you have your volume up because I had to keep my phone or my camera like quiet so they wouldn't see. Ready, 3, 2, 1, and then it showed a screamer, and I freaked out so bad. I don't think any human being freaked out as hard as I did. I bolted out of my chair, ran down the stairs. And I shrieked. I screeched.
Oh, it was like, I was like, God only knows what just happened.
This boy dead.
He's gone.
This boy just got sent to the shadow realm. Yeah. And then
like
my grandpa had to go and close the computer.
Yeah. You wouldn't even go back to the room.
I wouldn't go back in the room. I wouldn't do it.
I was just like, what?
That's a fad that is really, it's strange that it's gone.
Yeah.
Screamers.
I
guess the only thing is people are too savvy.
Yeah. They're still around.
You know what happened to screamers? Hardly. They went into scary movies and scary games.
Yes.
Five Nights at Freddy's is just a screamer game. It's just if you lose, you get a screamer.
Yeah.
Like.
And see, the thing is, it's like, why is it scary? Because you don't want that.
You don't want that.
It's suspenseful to like,
I don't want. Like what? Like you don't know exactly when it's gonna come, and that's why it's not scary.
It's suspenseful.
It's a jump. Your body is gonna react that way, even if you've played the game 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Or watched the movie like 12 times. It's gonna always when you hear the
and like the suspense of it, it's like you know.
Like it's not really. You're not really scared. It's your body jolting because there's too much sensation or whatever. I don't know exactly the minutia.
There's something else I want to say. Oh yeah, Rick Rolling.
Rick Rolling is another one that's kind of just gone. Here's the thing though. Now that it's so rare, and it's so much harsher when you get it.
Yeah.
So it's like 2007. If you got Rick Roll, it's like, oh man, Rick Roll, whatever, dude.
And
like
now
you could kind of around 2009, it was getting to the point where it's like any video that had a Rick Roll in it, you could tell.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, the thumbnails like whatever. YouTube started doing a feature where it was like if you mouse over a picture, if you mouse over a thumbnail, it'll show you a preview of the video, and that would show you that the Rick Roll is in the video.
Exactly.
So it's kind of like the Rick Roll kind of died a little bit.
I actually got Rick Rolled recently.
Really?
Yeah, which was really surprising, and
That's awesome.
I know, right?
That's great. I kind of love that. That's awesome. I don't know why. It's just like, cause it's such like an ancient thing at this point. Like, when did they even start? Like 2005, I think. Like when YouTube kind of was born was when the Rick Roll was born a little bit.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, it was exciting to get Rick Rolled.
It's weird, right? Because if you got Rick Rolled in 2006, it would have been like,
dang it, no!
Rick Roll.
Not again.
Yeah, but now it's like, ooh, Rick Roll.
Yes.
Like, oh, fun.
Like I'm not even mad that I didn't get to see what I wanted to see.
Which is so. It's strange how like if I got Screamered now, I'd be like upset still. But if I got Rickrolled now, I wouldn't be upset. I would be happy.
Exactly.
I guess it's just like, I guess it's tied to like what you feel about a certain. Cause I like the song.
I don't think anybody likes screamers.
I guess.
Like who sees a screamer and is like, yes, my favorite.
If they like the movie that the scream came from.
Well, like no, like if you see like a screamer, like let's say like all of a sudden
people like Five Nights at Freddy's. They have screamers.
If you're watching a video, and you get a screamer.
There are YouTube videos out there that are like Five Nights at Freddy's death animation compilations, where it's just like it'll show all the deaths with the sound all the way up, like.
Not if you lower your volume.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like all of them have
people enjoy
lots
it
of views.
Yeah.
So it's like the idea of a screamer isn't.
I guess
that...
you're right. Yeah, people do enjoy it now.
But yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to get
more
at.
than.
Yeah.
Back then.
It is interesting because I feel like when fads when fads die out, they kind of like gain a second life in a sort of way.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh man, I love that fad. Like they'll never really die.
Yeah, of course.
Like certain ones, maybe they'll kind of become more hidden, but you'll always come across
something about it.
Yeah, like
eventually.
Even if a meme is like if a meme or a fad peters out, it's like, oh, like the Uganda Knuckles meme.
But if you see it again, it's still like, oh yeah.
It still exists. People are still like, I'm sure there's some game out there where people like there's like a group that just runs around pretending to be Knuckles, like clicking their tongue or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guarantee you there's some Steam group or like Xbox Live like friend group that just runs around and does that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it just, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. I really don't.
Yeah, you kind of like.
Yeah. Soda.
Okay, in our cold oven.
Oh yeah, we could bring it back.
Okay, what do you guys prefer? Let us know in the comments.
No. This is a me and you debate. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Cut them out. Get out of here, fans.
Or
one fan. Mom and dad, get out of here. You're not involved. Okay, this is the real down in the mud.
Clips?
Down in the mud. No.
You should play video clips.
Video clips.
When you edit, like the little noises, like so people can understand what the heck we're talking about. What are you talking about?
What do you mean? We're about to talk about soda. Why does that need a video clip?
It's like the sound effects, dude.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Easy.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm waiting till now to do it, though. I'm not going to do it in the intro.
What?
Dude.
Okay.
What if we do? No.
Oh, what?
Dude, that could be the intro. Like the little radio sound.
The radio sound.
Is like the first one's like
soda.
And the second
one's
like
like a 50s Coke commercial.
Yeah, like refreshing cola, like whatever, and then it cuts out. Yeah. Okay.
Are they keeping this in?
I don't know. Okay, let's get down and dirty right now. Brass tacks. Cut out all the middlemen. What is your favorite soda?
It's a toss up between Dr. Pepper and. Oh, you're rolling your eyes.
No, I'm close. I'm blinking. Like, what's the next one gonna be? So go ahead.
Fortnite.
Fortnite soda. There's no jokes in this. This segment is no jokes. What is your favorite soda?
I guess Dr. Pepper. I mean, like Coke and Dr. Pepper. That's like the best too. I know you're like
the best soda. Easy.
Don't say Pepsi.
Pepsi.
Okay.
No. For real though, I think root beer counts as soda.
No, it doesn't. Obviously, you
Shut up. But like vanilla cream soda, I think is a jam.
Yeah.
Or like just cream soda. I think vanilla cream.
Cherry Dr. Pepper. Cherry Coke.
Dr. Pepper is pretty good.
Cherry Pepsi.
Cherry flavored drinks, I think,
are really
good.
Like
pretty good. Cherry flavoring in anything is like, yeah, it's good. But
except medicine. No.
No, medicine. The only good medicine
is cherry
flavored.
Right.
Grape is garbage.
Yeah.
That grape flavored anything is weird because if you
even
drink grape soda, that just reminds me of like what's it called?
Something weird.
Tylenol.
Yeah.
Purple Tylenol. Grape Tylenol. Like like when you're a kid, like, oh man, like I'm sick. I have a really bad like fever. Drink some purple Tylenol and cry because it tastes like vomit. Like I don't know why grape flavored stuff tastes so bad.
They got it wrong and they didn't fix
grape flavored stuff and banana flavored stuff make me want to die.
Okay, here's the thing: is that if you're talking about taffy, banana flavored taffy is based on the
real
original
flavor. Yeah, but I
bananas.
don't like that. If that was what was around today, I would need it.
Well, if it was around today and it was still like from the beginning still around, you would like the flavor of banana probably.
Yeah, but also I would.
You would be genetically modified to like bananas.
Wow, Jesus. What about like blueberry stuff?
Blueberry stuff.
Is there blueberry flavored soda?
Blueberry, there must be somewhere,
There's gotta be,
but I've
right?
never had it.
Yeah.
Blueberries are really good.
Blueberries are jam.
Blueberries are a jam.
You know what I mean? Like jam, like the word jam, like it's a good thing.
Space Jam?
No, nobody likes Space Jam.
What?
Space Jam is foolish. That was way too loud. I destroyed the microphone.
Okay, well, that's your opinion.
No, Space Jam is fine.
Wow.
I was joking.
Double-sided.
Speaking, okay, that's something I want to talk about actually. Remember Shaq Fu?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
So we're not going on that topic anymore? Nope. Okay, well, yeah, I remember it.
Nope, we're done.
Okay.
That's it. Seeing as this was kind of the question episode, I guess we're going to end with a question. We do have a couple more in here. I think there could be one that would work. What is the dumbest and or funniest way either of you have ever hurt yourselves?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is a good, I've been trying to think about something since we got this question. And I can't think of anything.
I can think of a couple for myself.
Oh, I can think of some. Okay.
Like there was one time at Christmas, I must have been like 8 o'clock. I'm 8 years old, but I had to say the word 8 o'clock because it was in my head.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
I was young, whatever the case was. I got like a little, like a go-kart, I guess, kind of situation for Christmas.
Yeah.
And I was really excited for it, and I wanted to take it. I guess it was like an ATV, kind of like a mini one, like a kid-sized one. And I was really excited for it, so I took it out pretty much instantly. That same like minute I got it out of the packaging. The moment I drove off of the sidewalk, I flipped end over end, and I landed on top of, like, the thing landed on top of me. The only thing that happened was I scraped my knee a little bit, somehow. Even though a whole, like, ATV thingy fell on top of me.
Was it even that? I don't even think
it was that bad. It's weird because, like, stuff that, like, should be like, okay, this guy's bones are broken. Like, I'll just be like, whatever, dude. But, like, if I trip, I'm out. I'm done. Like, my leg is just shot.
Yeah, you're really weird like that.
Like, there was a time I think I was, like, taking out the garbage, and, like, I stepped weird on a rock, and my leg was just, like, broken. Like...
Well, not really, but...
You know what I mean? Like, the muscles were sprained, and, like, I had to, like, put them on ice.
Like, yeah.
I had to have, like, a... What's it called? Like, the little leg brace.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
I'm trying...
Or, like, ankle brace, I guess. I think we could just leave it at... You take damage so often, because you're so clumsy that there is no story. The story is your life.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be it for Topic Change this week. Honestly, I don't think this was a very good episode.
Yeah, I wasn't interested in it, listening. I'm very bored. No, like, really, we could just rewrite it. I mean, redo it, record it. At some point.
Maybe.
If it's not good enough.
Yeah.
We'll edit it, listen to it, and if we don't like it, this will be like a hidden gem.
Patreon only. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this week.
If you did, please leave likes and comments.
Yeah, please leave comments, constructive criticism, destructive criticism, any concerns you might have for our mental health. Maybe you could leave those down in the comments too. Let us know what you think about the new logo. Personally, I like the old one better, but this one is a little more professional.
And let us know which out of these 3 episodes are your favorite.
Yeah, let us know which if you like the shorter form ones maybe, or if you like the whatchamacallit,
longer episodes.
Or maybe if you like the longer form, what topics do you enjoy listening to the most? Because I feel like it's a pretty diverse list of things we've talked about. At least in comparison to this one to the last one, I think especially there's a pretty big pool of diversity. And I don't know if... We'll see. We'll let people figure out what they like and what they don't.
Yeah, just tell us everything you feel about
please. Like, we want this to be a good podcast. even though we don't know what it's about, we want it to be fun.
Yeah, and just let us know what you guys think about it.
Yeah, and if you
like
like
it,
it, then
if you like it.
you know, pass it on. Tell your cobbler who makes pies.
Even if you don't like it, pass it on.
Yeah.
Because maybe your friend will like it.
Maybe
Maybe your
maybe
mom
your dog will like it.
Maybe your mom will be a stan.
Maybe that guy who commented on your own YouTube video will like it. Maybe that guy you played against in a fighting game, you message him the link to it, and maybe he'll like it.
Maybe that kid from Xbox whose dad is actually Bill Gates will like it.
Maybe that kid who played Minecraft one time and he hacked your house and he took you to the Ender portal. He just took you to the far lands. He just roasted you bad.
The Stripe lands.
The corner lands, all those epic lands out there. If that kid that knows that, send it to him.
Yeah,
he would love this episode. When we talked about Fortnite and stuff, like it was prime time for him.
Okay. Speaking of,
are we gonna know?
What?
Are we gonna go into another topic?
I just wanted to talk about like the little like Minecraft parodies for like half a second, but then I realized we're ending the episode, so we'll talk about that next.
Save it for next week. We'll save it for next week. That'll be our opener.
Yeah. Let us know what you want to hear next week. If you have any specific topics that you'd like us to talk about.
Yeah, please let us know.
If you'd have any
if you have any questions, please leave us questions. We love the questions you guys are sending us.
Thanks to Ram for sending us all these questions.
Thank you, Ram, for sending us all these questions. I know we didn't use all of them, but I feel like some of them we just didn't have good answers to, and that's kind of it, I guess. I think it was a good, even if I don't like it, I think it's still a pretty good episode. Yeah. And we'll see you in the editing room.
Yeah.
That'll be it for the YouTube drama podcast. No. That'll be it for the Minecraft podcast. The Five Nights at Freddy's podcast.
The Fortnite podcast.
No. We did that last week.
Did we?
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening. We'll be back next week. Or maybe we won't be. Maybe we'll just be dead next week.
Will we?